What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about Redbox. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only, so let's be entertained. All right. So we'll cover the Ortex, we'll cover the charts, we'll see what's going on, where it could go, where it might go, and how maybe the week might play out. If you don't mind, you can hit that like button. I will get right into the information. So looking at Ortex, we'll take a look at the live, estimating 78.32% short interest of the free float and 2.77 million shares on loan. So that number is coming down just a little bit still. We'll have to keep an eye on that, see where it goes. If you caught my last video, I was talking a little bit about a stalemate. And I don't know, as a kid, did you ever get on your hot cycles or whatever those things were called, and you pedaled at your friend, your best friend, and you were going head on, and you were just going to see who bailed out first? Well, I think that might be the case that we're in. You know, I don't think the longs are 100% confident that they're right, and I don't think the shorts are 100% confident that they're right. So I was saying there's probably going to be some sort of happy medium where everybody just kind of settles down. We lose some of that volatility, and it's just going to coast possibly into that meeting. Now, that's not best case scenario. We don't want to coast into that meeting because we don't really know what's going to happen. So there's a couple of different ways, you know, after that meeting, whether it gets postponed or delayed, or I doubt it's going to get rejected. But if it gets rejected, you know what, that's more confidence in the long position. Now, if it gets maybe go ahead, you know, green light, they're going to merge and they get a date. Now the shorts have a little bit more strength behind their decision as to what they want to do and where they're going to ride it to, how much time they have. So there's a lot of things that are going to come into play after that meeting. But going up to it, there's going to be a lot of risk taken off. You know, some of those longs have probably worked their way out, trading this back and forth. Even today, we're seeing in the later half of the day, it's just getting really boring right now. So it's not really making a move one way or the other. It's just kind of bouncing here between $4.05 and $3.96, and not doing a whole lot. We're even seeing it trade at fractions of a cent. You know, the bid ask is kind of tightening up, so they're just trading this back and forth for fractions of a penny. Yesterday we talked about where the support was going to come in. It was either going to be at the $4 or $3.70. I missed it by a little bit, $3.66. It did make that pop. It had a nice run. It was a great run, but it probably wasn't what we were all hoping it would be. We wanted it to continue and keep running. And then it even came down and tested it as support again and made that attempt to continue to run. Got rejected right around the support resistance line I have drawn here at $4.53. So topped out at $4.55 and just gave out for the rest of the day. So now what I want to see is how are we going to play out for the remainder of the day and Friday? Or is anybody going to gain that confidence and come in one direction or the other? You know, are they going to crank this thing, or are they going to hammer it right on the head? Or is everyone going to be a little bit more risk off, just back off a little bit, and it's just going to coast? And then, you know, come Monday, I guess we'll probably know the answer. Or Tuesday, I'm not sure what time's that meeting, like 2 o'clock. So I guess Monday afternoon we'll probably know the meeting decision. As of right now, it's sitting at a very difficult place to be able to call it. We get above this 200 on the 5 minutes. Sometimes it wants to take a little bit of a run, and right now it's peeking its head above it. It's been using that, hovering right around $4 area. So is it acting as support or resistance? It's hard to tell. You know, it's been banging its head off of it a couple of times. Now it's trying to jump its way back up. But I want to see some bigger moves. Like the volatility has kind of died off here in the later half of the day. It's at an interesting crossroads because it's either needs to come back down and follow this trend, or it needs to make its break and go on up there. I would say by the end of probably after hours today, we are going to know which way this thing's going to go. It could just consolidate right on out and along this channel now, because if now my theory is just if people are taking risk off the table on both sides and they're content where they are right now to see what happens, a consolidation along this line could be very warranted. and it doesn't have to go either direction. But sitting where it is, I would keep a very close eye on the downsides, on your supports, because there could be some serious rejection. If it falls out of this $3.70 range, your trend line sitting somewhere right around $3.65. So $3.60 to 370 is going to be a good mental number for that one. And then if we look on the fib, the 236, where it's bounced like what, 4 times before, if it comes all the way back down to that is a massive drop. That's a lot of money, and it doesn't have to bounce here. And if it does get there, it might be a little bit too late. It'll be post meeting, so who knows if it will bounce again. $2.94, that's a big change. So if you're holding at $6 and it comes all the way back down here and bounces here, is it going to be enough to get back to $6? I don't know. The only way I think that this thing squeezes is if we have enough time after that meeting, or if the meeting gets postponed for a significant period of time before they can reconvene and actually talk about it. Time is what we need, and time's not what we have right now. We have a little bit of time left today and Friday, and a little bit of time on Monday, but I think whoever holds this thing through Friday and Monday, long or short, they've already made up their decision that whatever's on the table is on the table. So we're going to see some things happen. I don't know. I'd love to see it get a nice run here before the weekend. Will it? I'm not sure. Is there still big money that wants to possibly pump it and try to get their way out a little bit more? Maybe. We're going to find out. We're going to find out together. But like I said, just a very interesting point where it decided to settle down right at $4 support, kind of at the end of where the bounce off of the trend line has been acting as support, and the end of our rejection trend line that we've been in that down channel for so long. So it cooled off, and we're just going to have to see what happens. Will it move? Will it just coast and consolidate and volume completely dry up? It's going to be a roll of the dice. We're going to find out, I think, on Friday morning. It'll show us if it's going to do anything, and then we'll just coast into the weekend. So that's what I got. I had to record it a little bit early. I've been having a hard time getting these videos out. But if you don't mind, you can drop a like, you can comment, or you can subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss any of the updates. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.